Okay, so this is FICO lecture number 1. So what we are going to cover is financial accounting and costing side of SAP. That will cover the internal costing for management. So what we'll do, we'll create, as a first step, we'll create a company code that will take care of the GL account level data. Okay, and we'll create chart of accounts and we'll create segments as well. What are segments? Segments are your business verticals. Plus, these are some of the steps that we'll follow. Field status variant, what are these? We'll explore that later. Posting period variant, chart of accounts, account groups. These are some very necessary steps for SAP configuration. Okay, then we'll define a retained earnings account. So all of this are steps of configuration that we have outlined for you. Okay. And then we have configuration node for ledger and currency settings to be done in SAP. And then after that, we'll create a controlling area. So let's start with the first step, and that is company code. Now, company code, where do we get the company? Why do we have to create a company code? Let me just show you. General ledger, master records, GL accounts, centrally, individual processing, and centrally. Okay, now this is our GL master data transaction. Over here, we have this company code ZAP9, ZAP group that we have just created. And this is the chart of accounts. And in chart of accounts, we have various GL account heads. For example, inventory, raw material, cash account, okay, expenses, cost of goods sold, salary account. Now, these are accounts that have their own numbering range, control data, and controls and features. In controls, we have controls over how this account will operate with what authority and controls. And then we have more features that we'll discuss when we start creating our master data. So company code is your organizational unit that takes care of financial operations and reporting. So it's a unit, and it basically is authorized to create its financial statements. So now I'll go to SPRO, which is the configuration node, SAP reference IMG. And over here, I will create the node for the company code under enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and edit, copy, delete, check company code. Edit company code data. Okay, over here, new entries. As we can see, we have multiple companies and company codes over here. Okay, we'll create our own company code, and that is Irfan Medicos IMCO. Okay. Medicos company IMCO. Okay. Dubai, country AE, currency AED, language English. Save. Country AE. IMCO. Irfan Medico. Okay. Irfan Medicos. ICU config. E85. This is our 85th batch. And under this, we will have all our configuration for IMCO. Okay. Now, next step is create company code without chart of accounts, and we'll create segments after this. Okay. Next step is creating segments. So IMCO is basically your company, and it will have its own segments. Let's say IMCO right now wants to diversify. So it has two segments, SUV and passenger vehicles. For example, the company is diversifying. So I will say IMSU, which is SUV div, and IMPP, because vehicles. Save, and we'll save it under this node. So we have created two units, company code, segments. Next is field status variants, another important step. We'll discuss what this is in the next class, but right now we'll just create it. Financial accounting, global settings, ledgers, fields, field status variants. What are field status variants? These are controls for controlling your financial entries with regards to the fields in a GL accounts. 0001 is your default field status groups, and we can copy as IMCO, IMCO. We will copy all entries, and it copies 44 groups. What are the groups inside? Field status groups. These are groups and controls for material accounts, cost accounts, bank accounts, general GL accounts, adjustment accounts. So it's basically controls at GL account level for various submodules. Okay, that includes material, GL, assets, and generalized GL accounts, recon accounts, bank accounts, cash accounts, cost accounts. These controls are then in your direct utility and control. So we'll assign it, assign company code. We will look for IMCO. Okay, this is IMCO that we just copied. We'll save it, and it will get saved. Okay, so let's stop over here for today. It was a short one.